My name is Sarah Knight. I am the author of the No Fucks Given Guides, and my new book is called Fuck No, How to Stop Saying Yes When You Can't, You Shouldn't, or You Just Don't Want to. I'm live from my pool in the Dominican Republic where I live, and I'm going to answer 3 early reader questions about how to say no. So, question number 1 is, when it's your family involved, how can you say no? I have to say, if you guys have read any of my other books, especially You Do You and The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Fuck, you probably already know my feelings on family, which is they are just people, and it's okay to say no to them. If you prick them, do they not bleed? If you tickle them, do they not laugh? And if you politely decline to attend your cousin's wedding, did they not literally give you the option to say no right there on the RSVP card? This is my feeling on saying no to your family. It really shouldn't be that much harder than saying no to anybody else. I understand that you feel a little, uncomfortable saying no to people who raised you or changed your diapers, and that you feel a deep sense of obligation to those who share your genetic material, but you don't have to. So the second reader question, an early question submitted by somebody who entered a Goodreads giveaway to win a copy of Fuck No, is how do I say no to my kids? I don't actually have a problem saying no to adults. I don't have kids, and my theory is that it's easier for me to say no to them because I don't have them, so I don't feel guilty and I'm not susceptible to their, their puppy dog eyes and their tears and everything like that. And last week when I did a live Fuck No advice session, I talked about this game that I play called What Would Sarah Knight Do? And that you can kind of role play with your own kids and think, well, what would Sarah do in this situation? And then take it from there. So this week I want to talk about another game, and it's called No But. And it's based on this game that improv comedians play called Yes and. And basically, if you're in a scene, you do something, and then the person, your scene partner, has to say yes and continue the scene. The purpose of my game, which is called No But, is to end the game. So when you have a kid who's like, can we go to the zoo? You can say something like, no, but I'll get you a subscription to National Geographic, and you can read it whenever you want. And when your kid says something like, can you stop being so lame? You can say, no, but I'll be extra lame in the future unless you want to take that back. So the third piece of advice that I want to give is actually about saying no to your partner. Let me just mess with this tripod a little bit more. How's that? Oh, no, it's just going to fall right over. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to have to deal with this. It's not a very professional operation around here. I do live in the third world. So last week, I talked about saying no to your partner, and there's a whole chapter in Fuck No about this. But what I didn't talk about is another little, not really like a game, but like a strategy that my husband and I have been using for years. And we've been together for 20 years. So this is working really well for us. And it's called MVP. That stands for Mutual Veto Power. And what it means is, if one or the other of us is really against something, just says, no, we are never getting wicker furniture, for example, then it's a predetermined, accepted, no, we're not going to have this conversation, we're not going to argue about it. And we get mutual veto power. So either one of us can do this on anything that is important to us. And when I wrote about it in Fuck No, my editor asked, well, is there a danger of this being abused? And, is this just a really thoughtless way to get your partner to, agree to something that you want or that you don't want? And the answer is no, because what mutual veto power does is it ensures that neither of us is doing anything we don't want to do. But on the other hand, if one of us wants to say yes to something and the other one doesn't really care, then we do it. So either one of us is getting what we want most of the time, and neither one of us is getting what we don't want. The only time it hasn't worked is when we got a cat, because my husband didn't want a cat, and then I made him go see a box full of kittens in Soho, and we ended up with Doug, who was our cat for 12 years, and he was terrible. And then we moved to the Dominican Republic, and there were some really cute feral cats that were in my yard, and they were all sad and skinny, and I fed them, and now we have 2 more cats. So I'm here to tell you that anti-gurus like myself are not infallible, but generally speaking, for 20 years, MVP, Mutual Veto Power, has been a strategy that's worked really well for myself and my husband. So I suggest that you start using it as soon as possible, and certainly after you receive your copy of Fuck No, How to Stop Saying Yes When You Can't, You Shouldn't, or You Just Don't Want to. I'm really excited about this new book about Fuck No. It's my 5th No Fucks Given guide. They've been bestsellers all over the world thanks to people like you who've been buying them and recommending them, and I really appreciate it. You can pre-order it now. My website is called nofucksgivenguides.com. It's plural. No Fucks Given Guides, and it has all the buy links to all the different places, including independent bookstores, if you want to buy from your local indie, and also including the audiobook, which I narrate. Anyway, so thank you so much. My arms are really tired from holding myself up above water. If I go down like this, you're not going to be able to see or hear me anymore. So, again, I'm Sarah Knight, the author of the No Fucks Given Guides, New York Times bestselling author, 2.5 million copies in print worldwide. I live in the Dominican Republic. I give advice from my pool. And please, if you're interested and intrigued about how to say polite, honest no's so that you can be heard and you can put an end to the conversation, consider ordering a copy of my book. I think you'll really like it. And I hope that you have a very happy holiday season and a happy no year.